It's been a minute since we checked in on the Lakers. So why don't we start there? The Lakers, a.k.a. the Brick Show, a.k.a. the Purple and Gold Titanic. Been even longer, I think, since we talked Celtics. So why don't we fix that right now? Let's fix that wrong and make it right. I can hit both of them at once. As far as the Celtics go, if you haven't been paying attention, they have been the best team in the association so far, despite the fact that they're on their third head coach in as many seasons. Now, it's still not exactly clear what went down with Ime Udoka. But what is entirely clear is they don't miss him. They have not missed a step because they've got interim coach Joe Mazzulla. In fact, it is early. It is soon. But I'm going to say they look every bit as good under Mazzulla as they did Udoka. And maybe even better. Needless to say, then, there was some hype because no matter what's going on with those two franchises, it's still the Celtics and Lakers. No matter what their respectful records are, there's always going to be interest because Celtics, Lakers, but especially when Boston rolls in with the best record in the NBA. In other words, that actually was a really good opportunity for the Lakers to make a statement, to make a stand. I don't know, I don't want to have their entire season or even first half turn on a single moment or game, but maybe it could, right? The Purple and Gold Titanic can still float. That would have been a great statement to make. That it's not totally submerged in the shark-infested, icy cold water just yet. And wouldn't you know, it looked like they were going to make that statement. The Lake Show actually came through. They had a moment. I mean, they've had a hell of a lot of moments this year, but they had a moment, a good moment. In fact, by far, their best moment. And then, of course, they had to go and wreck the moment. Of course, by the end of the game last night, the Lakers' best moment turned out to be yet another epic and catastrophic failure. And for a second there, you had me going. For a second there, it looked like it was not going to be yet another failure because the Lakers were trailing by as many as 20 in the third quarter. Same as they ever were, right? They had run off a 41-9 run, including an 18-0 clip to actually claim the lead in the fourth. The Lakers. Then they managed to stretch that lead all the way to 13 with under 4 minutes left in the game. So the Gold Titanic, the Laker Titanic, was getting blown out by the Celtics. They somehow turned this around. They've got a 13-point lead with 4 minutes to go. Great story. Great moment. In fact, at that point, according to ESPN, their win probability was 99.3%. And that's after they trailed by 20 to the team with the best record in the NBA. I mean, are we really talking about the Lakers here? That was the moment that the Lakers have been waiting on all season long. Potentially a season-turning moment, a statement against a rival with the best record in the NBA on national television, something their entire season could pivot on, right? And a win probability rate of 99.3%. No way even the Lakers could F that up, right? Oh yeah, that was a good moment, all right. One good moment, and then that one good moment passed. And then there were a bunch of bad moments where the Lakers remembered, oh yeah, we're the Brick Show. And then they blew it right back to Boston. Gagged it right up to Chow Town. Gagged it. The Celtics collapsed. Then the Lakers made it They bodied. The Lakers made it a double collapse after the Celtics initially collapsed. And somehow, some way, they found a way to come from ahead to choke away that game. I mean, they still had a 5-point lead in the final minute. Then LeBrick bricked. Anthony Bricks bricked back-to-back throws. And then Jason Tatum hit a devastating, clutch as hell, turnaround fadeaway J right in LeBrick's face. Yeah, that was a dagger. But maybe it wasn't, because it gave LeBrick a chance to head back up the floor and then brick the potential game winner. So then they go to overtime. And again, in OT, the Lakers blow it. They took a quick lead. They had a 4-point lead early on. Then Westbrook bricked. Braun bricked again. Westbrook bricked. Back-to-back threes. That the Celtics were obviously inviting him. No, check that. Begging him to take, to which he obliged them. Then Anthony bricked up a three. And then Jaylen Brown stepped in and then stuck the dagger in. Yeah, I don't know that anybody was saying they weren't all that. They knew they were playing the choking Lakers. They were at the back end of back-to-backs, probably fatigued. And then they just flipped the switch and waited for the Lakers to do what the Lakers do. So that's how the purple and gold Titanic turned their best moment of the season into just more of the same. The ship almost looked like it was going to float there for a second. And that everybody remembered that it was a ship that's built out of bricks. Meanwhile, the Lakers are what they are, and the Celtics are built out of grit. These dudes didn't just outlast the brick show in their house last night. They did it on the second night of a back-to-back, which came at the end of a 6-game road trip. They blew a 20-point lead. They fell behind by 13, and it didn't matter. One team in overtime definitely lost steam and faded and died right there on the floor. And it was the team with absolutely no excuse to do so because it was not the team finishing off a road trip on a back-to-back. It was the freaking brick show. But, of course, LeBron was ready after the game to let us know that that was nothing near being a failure. Man, how the mighty have fallen. Is that what it's come to? Dude, would you like a participation trophy with that? We gave ourselves a chance against a very good team. Wow, that means nothing. You love the effort. You love the tenacity in the second half. Yeah, but that ignores the zero effort and zero tenacity in the final minute and overtime. When the game was decided. I know nothing is ever a failure to you, LeBron, but I hate to be the one to break it to you, LaFib. Last night was another epic failure. Last season was an epic failure. Space Jam 2 is an epic failure. And you managed to turn your one legitimately promising moment of the year so far into an epic failure. Props to the Celtics for digging in and grinding out a gritty win. Zero props to the brick show for more of exactly the same. I mean, it is exhausting. It's exhausting. I've actually tried to ignore these guys for a while. But then I saw that. I'm like, all right, they've played better of late. It is the Celtics. You know what? Why don't we check in and spend a minute on this? It's exhausting. The Lakers have me looking at the calendar and actually counting the days to Christmas break. I've never done that before. The Lakers have me doing that. It's actually more frustrating than anything else.